Let's just brighten these dark circles. Honestly, you want the smallest amount. You really do not need a lot. Now, I'm just going to use my finger and just pat that out. I think a lot of people assume that once you apply this, you've got to pack on the concealer. The whole point is that you shouldn't have to pack on the concealer. And that's where I feel like people go wrong. They apply the color corrector and then one, they probably apply so much. Two, they're applying so much concealer on top, especially if you've applied too much color corrector because you're trying to cover it all up then. When really, you just need the smallest amount and then you carry on as normal with your concealer. This is a neutralizer. It neutralizes the color that you're trying to hide. This concealer is a tiny bit lighter than my skin tone, but not so much. So what I'm going to do now is cover my under eye circles just as I usually do. Now I'm going to give myself a lift here. I get my beauty blender and I spray this with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I'm going to go ahead and blend this in. As we've blended this here, which by the way, we never drag, we're bouncing on the skin continuously. And then it bounces all the way out here and then it goes up. You don't have a lot of product there. I haven't swiped on a lot of concealer there. It's a thin layer. We've covered the dark circles. You cannot see the color corrector. Let's talk about setting this. So first off, you want to make sure there are no creases anywhere. Now the trick is to get the pointy part of your beauty blender and you're then going to just lift out any of the product that's sitting anywhere in those lines. For me, that's going to be underneath the eyes. So directly beneath my lower lash line. You want to just kind of almost touch that area. You're kind of like flicking up and it's lifting any product out. Now immediately you want to go into your powder. You can use a brush to press the powder in on the under eye area if you feel that powder is generally a bit too much for you, but I'm good with a powder puff. It works really well for me, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to press into my powder and then I like to go into the hand to make sure there's not too much powder on here. And then I get right under the eyes. Now, I don't bake. I actually hate baking. I think it just dries everything out and enhances lines. So let me show you what I do. I then get my Real Techniques brush. It's got nothing on here. And I very lightly dust this powder off. And it lasts all day. I get no creases on my under eye area throughout the day, no matter what kind of weather I'm in. And I have the fine lines. I'm 45 years old. I have all of that stuff. It's definitely getting worse as I'm getting older. But it still doesn't crease as I'm going through the day.